My name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you, you don't need a contract, you need a team of pros. Hey, what's happening? Alex Rodriguez here, Bay Cities Construction. Tonight we have a great show. We're going to be talking about deck repairs. I'm going to go in depth on teaching you how we repair cantilevered decks or balconies. Okay, so don't go anywhere. We got a really cool show. Stay tuned. My name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you, you don't need a contract, you need a team of pros. Tele light's not on, by the way. Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here with Bay Cities Construction. We're talking about deck repairs. We're going to be talking about particularly cantilevered balconies and decks. So we've got a couple of projects that we've been working on, and we're also going to inform you on some decks or balconies that how we repair them, what the components of the decks or the balconies are. So let's get started. Let's get to it. So this job here that's in this picture on our slide, it's a cantilever deck. It sticks out about, I think, about 4 feet or so, and this is a deck that was repaired in the past, but it wasn't repaired very well. So we eventually removed the entire deck and start it over. So let's check this out. Let me give you a little profile shot of it. Can they see our slide? Okay, cool. So this is the profile what we had. There was a beam underneath that was the header beam. We removed that, and we took a few of the actual decking pieces out. Eventually, we ended up taking the whole thing out, and restarting over, and I'll show you why. Now, I want to kind of give you a little bit of background on why it is that these decks rot now. 99% of the time, there's some kind of a leak. So in this case, the door, it was or they had an original aluminum door. You probably have an aluminum door in there now, and the door leaked. And over time, the water seeps in, softens the wood, and you either get fungus or subterranean termites. In this case, there was both. That white ring around the picture here, that's all type of fungus. And then if you look kind of really, really close, you'll see that there's little holes in there. We'll show you some of the shots of it. But here's another kind of zoomed in shot. You can see the staining. That's all pretty much rotted wood, right? Now the interesting part is that this beam looks like it's a 4x6, but it's not. It's actually cut down, so it's half the thickness that it looks like on the thing. So it actually turned out to be a pretty unsafe balcony. And if you live in LA, I think LA just passed an ordinance. It may be countywide, LA County, that the decks and second floor balconies and decks need to have periodic inspections. But that's not what this video is about. I just want to give you kind of a tutorial on cantilevered balconies and how we repair them. So this is basically what we ended up doing. Let me walk you through the different components. The cantilever sections here, these are 2x14s, and whatever they stick out, whatever the cantilever depth is, whatever that cantilever depth is, you have to have 2 times the length inside of the building in order for the cantilever to go out, to work correctly. So let's say that you have a deck that the balcony is, let's say 10 feet out. That cantilever, that board is going to go into the building 20 feet. So it's a really large piece of wood. So in this case, she's about 4 feet. She sticks out about 4 feet. So the inside dimensions, I think we had a little bit over 12 on the inside. We put in this new header, put in some post caps on there, and put in new 4x16s. And that's basically what we have. Then we framed out this other post here that's not really carrying any load. It's just framed out so that we can fit the door on this bad boy, because eventually we're going to put the original door back in. Hey, if you guys have any questions, as we're as I'm progressing, please post in the comments below. We will answer the questions even though we may not be live. We always look in our comments and we always respond to the deal. This is one of our very photogenic guys, breaking a smile, and obviously he's very proud of the work that he's done.
For scale.
And he's also there for scale, according to Brian, but I think he's a bit of a ham. So anyway, let's look at the bottom here. So you can see that we've started to put in this vetiphane, which is part of the waterproofing that we put in, and then there's a metal flashing underneath there, and we're kind of teed up to put the door back in, and the stucco repair and all that. So let's talk about some of the more severe cases. This scenario that you see here in the picture is a classic example of it leaking where the door is, or the waterproof surface isn't waterproof anymore. And over time, you get that white material, that fungus, the mold growing, and it literally starts to eat up the wood. So in some cases, this, like this is not a picture from the job that we're working on. This deck actually broke. You could see that the boards have the floor joists actually sheared and broke. This is another example of another deck that had tremendous amount of damage, and it looks like that one broke off too. Not good. In Berkeley, there was a balcony collapse. Every once in a while, you see something in the news where a balcony's falling. Apparently, it's a problem. You got to understand that most of these buildings were built in the 70s, maybe mid 60s. So if these decks have been leaking water for, let's say, 15 years, that's definitely enough time for the fungus to do its thing and damage the thing. So is this a link or is this just a screenshot? All right, cool. This is a few construction guys on a crane looking at a deck that's no longer there. I mean, the balcony, you can see that the balcony on the floor below, I think this is like the rails or something, right? From the
investigation from that collapse.
Yeah. So you could see that this balcony like this traps the water. If it's no longer waterproofed on the top, that stucco captures the water, and it's all part of that. The water being trapped in there is all part of the reason that it actually rots and collapses. If there would be, if somebody would cut a hole or something like that in the stucco and the water would be allowed to drain out, it would probably take a lot longer for it to rot. But so let's look at some other scenarios here where you have fungus growth. You can tell that as soon as the water gets in there, it immediately starts to eat away at it. And the termites will help too. You can see you've got the little tunnels here from the subterranean termites. So the way it works is water gets in, fungus starts growing, but the wood softens up, and the termites, for whatever reason, can sense that the wood is soft, and they just come up all the way from the ground. They come in from the soil, they eat their way all the way up the building, and they go to water. So it's those little creatures, man. They're those little buggers make a big old mess. So this is kind of like their investigation and why it happened and how it happened, and it's pretty straightforward. The discoloration is from the fungus actually has different colors. It's mostly like a white. There's different colors as it progresses in its growth. Eventually it goes to that dark black. But first it starts off as white and maybe even a little greenish, and then eventually a dark green, and then it goes to black. And bad things start to happen. So it looks like that. It looks like that balcony actually rolled over.
Yeah.
So it's handrail to handrail, huh? Man, that's crazy. All right. Hey, I want to thank you guys. We're going to be putting up some new pictures, some progress pictures on that balcony, and we're definitely going to share that with you as we progress. But this is basically this video really wanted just to focus on the balcony and how we repair it and what are the things you can do to prevent the dry rot. And one of the most common balconies that actually rots is the one that's wrapped in stucco, and it's the most dangerous because you can't see the rot, right? It's behind the waterproof membrane, and it's behind the stucco. This deck that we're doing is going to be exposed, so you'll be able to see it you'll be able to see the framing and all that stuff once it's completed. So it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to actually also install a powder coated handrail around the outside. And if you have any questions about construction, whether it's kitchen or bathroom remodeling, obviously if there's any balcony or deck repairs that you want to talk about, you can always reach us at our office here. We got our contact info. And please comment below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and you'll be hit the little bell, and you'll be notified when we have a new video. We're going to be posting a video at least once a week, and we love sharing the different things that we do, but we also like educating you. So this channel is really meant to educate you as a consumer, so you can understand what it's going to take to get your project done. My name is Alex with Bay Cities Construction, reminding you, you don't need a contractor. You need a team of pros. Hey guys, Alex here. I have a quick special for you. Today is Valentine's Day, and I want you to get 10% off of your engineering fees. If you've got a deck and you need it to have it repaired, you're going to need some engineering, and I'm going to give you 10% off of your engineering fees. So the offer ends at the end of February. It's our little Valentine's Day gift to you. Please give our offices a call, or you can send me an email at alex@baycitiesconstruction.com. Go ahead and put in the email balcony offer February 2020, and I'll know what you're sending me an email about. Okay, remember, you don't need a contractor, you need a team of pros. My name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you, you don't need a contractor, you need a team of pros.